School's in session. Joan's gonna teach us a lesson.
Hello everyone, I'm your Sunday school teacher, Joan. In my second episode, we spoke about will. And now you know a bit about that. Let's build on it and talk about how this has to do with God, since this is about God with Joan. Jesus is God and man. Most of us know that by now, and if you don't know it, now you do. That's how it's possible for him to die and rise again and bring us to heaven. Jesus, as God, was always in heaven with the Father, even though he was on earth with a body as man, a person. What does this have to do with will? Well, since Jesus is both God and a person, he had a divine will, which is the will of God. That means what God wants. And then he has a human will. This will, however, had to do whatever God wanted in order for Jesus to be perfect. That means that Jesus' human part of himself wanted whatever God wanted. And so although they were two, they were in perfect synergy, which means their wills were wanting the same thing, if one will wanted what the other one wanted. Since we are always meant to do what God wants, and we know that this is the very best thing, that means our wills, like Jesus, also have to be wanting what God wants. That means our will needs to be doing what God's will is for us. And this is called synergy. So Jesus has two wills. The will that comes from being human, and then the divine will, to show us that when God was going to sacrifice his life for us, and to show us that we also need to pray and to make our will the same as what God wants for us, Jesus prayed that God's will be done, because he was going to suffer, and of course he would be in pain, and no human wants to suffer. Jesus did not run away from anything, but did what his divine will wanted, and because he did that, he saved us all and gave us new life. Well, this is a difficult lesson, so leave it at that for you to think about, and see you all next time.